Hello guys and welcome back to the weekly Forex Forecast. Last week was a very nice one in the market. The market was very volatile. Even me, I didn't expect that the market could move that great length. But this week we are going to analyze the Forex chart and then know what the market is going to do. And if you want to consistently make this and this kind of profits in the market, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you are following whatever we are doing on this YouTube channel. I also have a Telegram community and also a WhatsApp group where I post my own trades in real time, my entry setups and how I exit the market, because it's very important you understand how all these things are being done so that you can consistently make money from the market. Make sure you are subscribed, currently subscribed to the YouTube channel, and then you take your own trading journey very seriously. So without saying much, so I just went live on I think that was 2 days back or yesterday, and then there are a lot of great messages on there. Please do a favor to go up there and then check for your preferences. If you are still a struggling trader, there is no way in the 21st century that you are going to allow that to get you, because whatever you do, make sure you have an educational system. Because if you say to yourself that it doesn't matter, you are going to still learn it online, you are just joking. When I started out trading, I wanted to learn everything on my own. I wanted to do it on my own, but at some point it became very hard for me, because let's say I learn a strategy today and then I sleep tomorrow, I forget the strategy I learned the previous day. So you need an education, and things of great value, you have to pay for them. So it's just a small fee. For beginner is $99, for intermediate is $75, $70 thereabout, and then for advanced level is $50. And then if you pay for beginner, you don't have to pay for the intermediate or the advanced. So if you pay for the intermediate, you don't have to pay for the advanced. If you pay for the advanced, you don't have to pay for the other ones. You just need extra knowledge on what the market is doing. So if you want to consistently make this kind of money by the screen, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and then look for your preferences on the website. So without saying much, let's go over to the next screen and then analyze the chart. Let's go. So welcome inside of my screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is forexfactory.com, and of course you guys know that this is where I come to look at the news before I start analyzing the chart. Let me see what the market, the news is going to bring about for this coming week. So on Monday we have nothing, and on Tuesday we have nothing, and then on Wednesday by 3 a.m. that is Nigerian time, West African time, we have NZD official cash rate and then RBNZ rate statement. Then we have JPY, which is one of the most volatile news we have in the forex market. Tentative, we have JPY, BOJ government yield speaks, and then we have USD FOMC meeting. Usually FOMC comes after NFP news, so we are going to have that for this week on Wednesday. And then on Thursday 11 a.m. we have AUD news, RBE government blog speaks, which is the I think that is the Prime Minister of Australia. And then we have by 1:30 p.m. USD core CPI monthly, and then we have also USD CPI yearly, and we have USD unemployment claims. These unemployment claims is a very volatile news in the market, so you must pay attention to whatever I'm going to say in chart. And then on Friday we have by 7 a.m. GDP monthly, and then 1:30 p.m. we have USD core PPI monthly, USD PPI monthly, and then by 3 p.m. we have USD prelim consumer sentiment, and then we have the other one also. So looking at this week, it's going to be volatile because of the FOMC we have on Wednesday, and then the tentative JPY we have BOJ government yield speaks, which is definitely we are going to be seeing rate cuts for the JPY pairs or rate increase. So let's go over to the chart and then analyze the chart. Let's go. All right, my people, welcome back inside of the screen. Welcome back inside of this amazing screen. Welcome inside of this amazing screen, because this is where I analyze the markets and then I look for the best setups for you guys to take into the week. Best setups for you guys to take into the week, because what is the essence of Forex trading? Forex trading is to be able to capitalize off from what the market gives us. And then if you are unable to capitalize from this is because your own analysis, the way you perceive the market, your own top-down analysis, the way you see the market is obviously wrong. So you need knowledge on what the market is doing, and this is what I do every week. I come on here, predict over 500 to 1,000 pips into the future, and then I trade in accordance with that setup which I have called. So looking at what we have on gold on the weekly time frame, remember I did the Monday Forex Forecast for the whole month of April, so do yourself good to also watch that video. And then if you want to know what I spoke about on the weekly Forex Forecast last week, just go over to what I posted last week for the weekly Forex Forecast and then you watch. So without saying much, let's looking at what we have on gold on the weekly time frame. Gold has been a very, very deep pair over the last couple of months, because the whole idea is to look at the overall trend from the weekly down to the daily and then the 4 hour where you execute your own market. So looking at this of the weekly time frame, all I can say that gold has been consistently making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low. And then this last higher high which the market made was obviously what we are expecting, a higher low, clearing liquidity that settling below here into this prior high which we have around 2789.206. So but for this, like I said on the last weekly Forex Forecast, we have also these levels which I do. Like I said, if you want to know how to draw these levels, make sure you get yourself a mentorship class. And then I'm looking at these levels, like I said on the last weekly Forex Forecast, I was expecting, I knew this market was going to collapse all the way to this resistance level because of how my own analysis works. And then if you look at this, you can see that when we broke above here, the market came back. When we broke above this resistance level, the market came back to retest that resistance level, and then to use it as a support, made this whole move from this resistance level around 3,000 all the way to this level here. And then what I'm kind of expecting on this is two things. What I'm expecting on this is two things. It's either the market continues into this prior area of resistance. This is number one. Into this prior area of resistance, clearing this shallow retracement which we had back here, around 2855.834. This is around March, clearing this liquidity, or for the market to continue from this resistance level. Like I said, gold is very, very volatile, and then you have to respect market structure. You have to respect what the market is doing. And then coming back to what we have on the 4 hour time frame, I talked about this ascending channel. This is number 2 scenario. I talked about this ascending channel. From this level, the market came inside this ascending channel, made double bottom slightly above the second bottom is slightly above the first one. So the market has just been pushing up. Recently, it came down into this support level here below this ascending ascending channel. And then what I'm expecting is for further momentum all the way to the upside from this level, like so. So now the market is testing prior support. The market is also testing this ascending channel bottom. So the market is testing two things here: the prior area of resistance, using it as a support, and then also a support level in accordance with this ascending channel which we have from these lows and then these highs above these areas, like so. So these are my own two scenarios on gold this week. Going into this week, you see that we have a break below, retest, and then a continuation all the way to these lows, or we continue from these highs. Whichever way, you have to wait patiently for the market to give that confirmation. And then what are the confirmations we are waiting for? We are waiting for bullish engulfings, either on the daily time frame or on the 4-hour time frame. Very nice bullish engulfings, and then rejections, obviously, from this area, or a change of market structure. You see that the market goes up, makes higher low, and then a continuation, and then you enter at the pullback of the higher low, of the next higher low, and you continue into these highs. Like I said, the overall target is going to be very, very massively on this, because looking at what we have on the weekly time frame, we have this whole space for us trade gold into 4,000 thereabouts, so we must pay attention to what market is going to do into the week. Obviously, I'm going to update you guys on what the market is going to do, so we must pay attention. And then moving over to what we have on the Forex first, we have obviously DXY. Supposed to put DXY into this. We have DXY on the weekly time frame. DXY on the weekly time frame, like I was explaining on the last Forex forecast, I was saying we're expecting short opportunities on this back into this demand area which we have around 100 or 213. And obviously, I'm also still expecting the market to come back into this area, because the market is definitely going to do just that. But before then, we are currently pulling back. Into that level. So what I'm going to be expecting for this market is actually for the market to come back into this resistance, because whenever the market leaves an important resistance and then we see a massive drop from that area, like so, we should expect like the market to come back into that area and then test it before we get to see that continuation all the way to the downside. So I'm not going to be trading this market if the market does not meet my own criteria. I'm going to be expecting this market to come back into this resistance, at least take out these highs which we had around 27th of March 2025. Take out these highs which we had around that area and then close back down, where I'll be looking for short opportunities on this. Don't mind this zone here, because the zone is there for it on purpose, not now. But you have to pay attention to what I'm trying to communicate to you guys. And then looking at what we have here, I'm just expecting the market to pull back into this area, clear these recent highs which we had around March 27th, close back down, testing prior area of resistance. This is also resistance support right through here, and then you can keep on going to the left. You can see that this area also acted as a very, very important support and then resistance area, so you must pay attention. So all I'm just going to be waiting for is for a further pullback into this resistance level. Don't mind whatever the market is doing, because definitely the market is going to give you that bearish continuation, maybe a break and then a retest, but most definitely this market is just going to make a higher low and then a continuation back into this level, deceiving you guys, or deceiving most of the guys trading that yes, this market is bullish for now, without knowing that the market is actually coming back to test this resistance level. So this is what I'm going to be expecting for the XY into this week. Just wait for the market to pull back. You might want to trade the pullback, but you have to be very, very careful what way the market is going to go. And then moving over to what we have on Euro USD. For Euro USD also, I'm also expecting pullbacks into these levels here. Is the level where I'll be much more concerned for the market to pull back into, because we had really nice trading opportunity last week where we traded this market from this daily area, from this area all the way to this area. Hold on a little bit and say something. So this one is out of reach, just back into this level. So we had a really nice trading opportunity last week where I called out these long opportunities from this area. The market reached here. I took my profits somewhere around this area because I noticed that the market was definitely going to pull back. So I had to take something off the market. I have to take something from the market. And then as we have it, the market is very bullish at the moment because of these three massive bullish candlesticks, which the market obviously showed us that yes, the market is no longer bearish as of the moment, but the overall direction from the monthly time frame is definitely bullish. So what is the target for Euro USD? We are targeting these highs, which the market didn't reach because of what the market showed us to do. And then so what am I expecting for Euro USD for this week? I'm expecting momentum to come down into this level, like I said on the Euro USD. If, like I said on the dollar index, if the market is going up, then definitely Euro USD is going to be going down. So I'm expecting momentum back into this prior area of support, also a demand area in the market, for us to have a really nice trading opportunity again. Meanwhile, for that to happen, we must be very patient for the market to give us a good opportunity. Don't mind whatever the market is showing you here. This might actually be a trap, but if anything changes, because this is just like a break and then a retest type of trade, we have this resistance around here. This is just a break and then a pullback. Hold on a little bit, let me check something. We have this from this area all the way to this area. So this might actually be a continuation from this level, and then for DXY, obviously this might actually be like the main target which we have here to trade this market all the way to this area again before we see bullish continuation. So we must pay attention, but if anything rises up again, I'm going to update you guys. If I see bullish engulfings from this area, I'm going to jump into the market, and then my stop losses will come right below this area around 1.08849. But you must pay attention. This is a prior high on the 4-hour time frame. The market broke it and then it pulled back into it. And I think we have Fibonacci also there from these lows here to these highs. Okay, this is a perfect one. This is a perfect one. Though I'm going to watch out for what the market is going to do around this area. If we get let's say bullish engulfings to trade this market from this area all the way to the negative 27 fib extension, or obviously to negative 618 fib extension, stop losses are going to come right to this level, which is around 103 pips. So we must pay attention to what the market is going to do. So looking at this now, we know that Euro USD is definitely going to stay upside for this week. At least for this week, Euro USD is definitely going to the upside. This is like a break and then a retest type of trade together with Fibonacci. So we have three components: the overall market, not the overall market, but on the weekly, daily basis, the market is bullish. And then we have, that is one, we have Fibonacci supporting that is two, and then we have the market breaking structure, breaking previous area of resistance, using it as a support, and the continuation to that. So pay attention to this on this level, because I'm going to be going long on this. If I see any convincing pattern on this, I'm going to be going on long on this if I see any convincing pattern on this. So moving over to what we have on GBP USD. GBP USD, oh god, it gave us a really nice trading opportunity all the way to 1.32147, which is about, this is about, from this area to this area is about 310 pips, and then the market collapsed all the way to the downside. What I saw in this market was actually not a manipulation, but obviously a news came out and then drove this market all the way to the downside. But I'm still very much bullish on this, because the market has come back into that prior area of support, also a demand area, kind of like a clear of liquidity. You can see the wick, kind of like a clear of liquidity from this area for the early buyers, not early buyers. Obviously I went long on this from this area all the way to this area, took my profits, I think that was in negative, took my profit somewhere around here where the market came back into the entry point, and then I took my profit from that area also. And then if you pay attention to this, the market didn't just move because it wanted to move. The market actually moved because it was the right time for the market to move. So what am I expecting for $1 into the week? I'm expecting nothing but more bullish momentum candlesticks, more convincing bullish momentum candlesticks. So we have this resistance area like so. We have this resistance area like so. If I get to see any bullish candlestick closing above this area, this is where I'm going to go long on GBP USD. This is where I'm going to go long on GBP USD. If I see any bullish candle closure above this area again, I'm going to choose this market as a trading opportunity for me to go long into this resistance level around 1.34129. So we should pay attention to what the market is going to do during the week. Let's just pay attention. Any bullish candlestick, maybe on Monday or on Tuesday, I'm going to go long, and then my stop losses is definitely going to come. This should have, if that happens on the 4-hour time frame, my stop loss is definitely going to come below that 4-hour pin bar. This is the 4-hour pin bar, which is roughly 120 pips, to allow the market, in terms of if the market wants to pull back, to allow the market, give it some room, and then we are targeting these highs around this resistance level here, to roughly 450 pips. Has a really nice risk reward compared to what we have on the euro dollar. Has a really nice risk reward. So we're going to look for momentum to cross above this resistance level, which will put us in a better trading opportunity to trade this market all the way to these highs, and then this resistance level we have around this area. So you must pay attention to what the market is going to do. Wait for those bullish patterns to happen. Like I said, wait for the bullish engulfing to happen, and then from there you are pretty much good on what the market is going to give you into the week. And then moving over to what we have on USD CHF, like I said, USD CHF made us most of the amount of money we made this week on the investors account. Obviously we took that little amount of money to a very, very higher amount of money. Policy agreement, I'm not allowed to share that on here with you guys, but just know that I also analyzed this pair last week. You can go over and then see what the market is doing. So we have this resistance level around 0.88528, and then I called out this trading opportunity for you guys like a very, very easy peasy trading opportunity. I took profit somewhere around this level here, around 0.85184, which is took this trade from this area all the way to this area, which is about 310 pips all the way to the downside. So you must understand that I do this all the time. We had this resistance level, pressure was mounting on this resistance level, and obviously what drove the market crazy was because the CHF was the USD was falling down, and then the CHF news came out, which obviously came out above the one for the USD, and then market collapsed all the way to the downside. 2 consecutive days market collapsed all the way to the downside. But at the end of the session on Friday, the market closed back up as a bullish pin bar, which is kind of weighing the market, weighing the market from left to right, if the market is going to continue higher from this level, or if the market is going to continue lower from this level. But what I'm definitely going to be expecting is for the market to pull back into this prior area of support. This is support here. Obviously, when the market, this kind of like a break and then a retest type of trade, when the market does this kind of move, it is expected for the market to come back and fill in the gap which the market created while it was moving. So I'm expecting further upside for this, at least coming back into this prior area of resistance. We also have a point here which we might feel that the market is currently testing, but we must also watch out for the overall one, which we have around the resistance 0.87500, which is also a minor psychological level. So paying attention to this, if we see any bullish candlestick closure above there, we know that this market is definitely rallying all the way to this level. But if we see rejections from this area and a bearish engulfing, a really nice bearish engulfing, and we know that that's pin bar on daily time frame is just an illusion that the market is going to continue higher from that standpoint. So you must pay attention to these two levels, bullish engulfing above. We look for further trading opportunities from this area, 1 or 2 days reversals back down into the overall target, which we have. The overall target for this, we have the overall target around 0.84,000 psychological level. So this is what I'm kind of expecting into the week for USD CHF. And then wrapping it up, what we have for the yen pairs, for the yen basket first, we must first of all understand that the yen basket is just like the dollar index. So whenever you want to analyze the market, whenever you want to analyze the dollar-based pairs, come to the yen basket. Look at what the yen basket is doing. Is it trending up? Is it trending down? And then you trend in accordance with that trend. So looking at what yen basket has from the weekly perspective, I'm expecting nothing but long opportunities on this. But before then, pay attention to what I'm going to explain. For the yen basket, this will be my prior focus for this week. For this week, this will be my one prior focus for the week. I'm going to be trading majorly the yen pairs, and then the market has been bearish, making consecutive lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high. And then recently we came in here, we made a low, we made a higher low. Sorry, this was a low, this was a high, this is a higher low. So we are expecting this is like we had this cup shape here. Obviously the market, whenever the market wants to reverse, it does this. And if you pay attention to market structure, you can see that the market didn't break the previous structure which we have here. Had it been the market broke this previous structure, it would have been better, but the market did not break that, but the market went ahead to making new higher low somewhere around 6123. So we must pay attention. And then currently we are having for this, we have the left shoulder, we have the right shoulder, and then we have the head. So this is now the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders. This is a chart pattern. This is a bullish chart pattern reversal that reverses the market all the way to the upside. So what I'm going to be further expecting for this from the daily horizon is for the market to come back into this resistance. Obviously, market respects structures very well. The market comes back into this area like so. This is why I'm going to be looking for long opportunities, breaking above this neckline, which we have on the weekly time frame and also on the daily time frame, which is around 7103 psychological level. So this is what I'm expecting for the yen basket. Nothing more but little pullback into these highs here. At least take out these retest lows which we have around this area. Take out these lows and then close back up, which this movement will lead to the break of structure of this prior area of resistance, this retest which we had here around 7103. So this is what I'm expecting for the end basket. And then wrapping it up with what we have on USD JPY, I'm also expecting some little pullbacks into this area of resistance around 149.098. The reason why I'm saying the market is going to collapse is because we already have these levels on the chart, and you must pay attention to these levels. Like now, for the USD JPY pair, we had this resistance area. We have this resistance. Whenever you cannot find a resistance level, just look to the left. Look to the left. Shine your eyes. Shine your eyes. Look to the left, and then the market will definitely give you that opportunity to follow its trend, because the trend was bullish, and then from all of a sudden the trend turned bearish. So you must pay attention. And then what I was explaining to those in the community when they asked the question, I thought I said USD/JPY was bullish. USD/JPY is currently bearish because of its structural moves. And then looking at this now, the market broke down below this prior area of resistance. This area of resistance broke down below recently, sometime around February 2025, and then we had a really nice retest of that resistance level, coupled with a this is, if you look very very closely, we had an inverted hammer there. We had an inverted hammer. So this inverted hammer is also a bearish reversal signal. You can see last week we had really nice bearish engulfing. We had 1 2 3 4 weeks of price, which is approximately 1 month of price. So what am I expecting for the yen dollar? What am I expecting for the dollar yen? I'm expecting momentum to fade into this resistance level around 149.095, which will also be a better trading opportunity for us to capitalize from this into this resistance level. I'm going to be looking for short opportunities from this level all the way to the area around 140, but my overall target for this is definitely going to be around 126 level, 126 minus psychological level. So you must pay attention to what the market is going to do around this area. Just be very very patient with the market. If the market moves into this resistance level, this is resistance, we have support right through here. After we had our breakout, you can see we have some room from the market to fill up this space here. If the market pulls back into this resistance level, this is where I'm going to be looking for short opportunities back into this 100% retracement. So you must pay attention to what the market is going to do. So thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope you love the weekly Forex forecast, and whenever you are confused, always come up here to watch these videos, because they help you a lot to make strategic moves during the week. And then make sure you are currently subscribed to the channel, like, and tell me what you feel about this video. I'll catch you guys during the week. Love you guys. Peace out.